The Devil's Chair. Casadaga is a small town that is known as the psychic capital of the world. Within the town's historic cemetery lies the Devil's Chair. Many say that the devil himself speaks to you when you sit in the chair, and others have reported hearing voices in their head while seated. According to legend, if you leave a can of unopened beer on the chair, it is said that you can find it empty the next morning, but still unopened. There is also a tale of a young man who was dared to sit in the chair at midnight on Halloween. His friends watched him walk into the dark cemetery as he made his way to the Devil's Chair, but he disappeared and was never seen again. Sunland Mental Hospital. Sunland Mental Hospital once was a facility that housed both adults and children that were mentally ill. The mental hospital was known for its horrendous conditions and maltreatment of patients. In 1983, the hospital was abandoned due to the neglect and mistreatment of its patients. Now the hospital is a hotspot for urban explorers and ghost hunters. People claim to have seen shadows of former patients, apparitions of young children in the hallways, playground swings moving on their own, and a shadow of someone hanging from the ceiling. In 1997, a young man was exploring the hospital with his friends when he fell down an elevator shaft and plunged to his death. When emergency services were on their way, a sheriff's deputy had called in stating he had seen a young boy looking out one of the second-story windows. Emergency crews searched the building, but no boy was found. Bellamy Bridge. Located in Marianna, Florida, Bellamy Bridge was built in 1914 and is one of the oldest bridges in the state. It is said that the bridge is haunted, and on dark and foggy nights, the ghost of a young woman named Elizabeth Jane Bellamy lurks the swamp surrounding the bridge. Legend says that Elizabeth Bellamy perished during her wedding night in the 1800s. Apparently, she had gotten too close to either a candle or a fireplace and her dress caught on fire. In attempts to douse the flames, she tried running to the nearby river but unfortunately did not make it, and she died near the site of what would become Bellamy Bridge. Her husband Samuel Bellamy never remarried, and he eventually committed suicide by slitting his throat with a razor. His body was buried on a plantation where the wedding had taken place. Elizabeth is said to wander the swamps around the bridge in search of her husband. Those who have visited the bridge have claimed to experience all kinds of anomalies, such as beams of light, really cold temperatures on hot summer days, and the presence of someone standing nearby.